How's it going, guys? Welcome back once again. Thanks for checking out the Tring Shoe and Key Shop channel. Now, today's video is something that quite a few of you have asked for on multiple occasions, and that is to see the day in the life of a cobbler, or more specifically, my day. So nothing special about today. It's an average day, but I'm going to show you from start to finish what it's like. So let's get to it. Morning, everyone. Hope you're well. You know, I'm going to start this video off with a question, and that is when and why did they stop putting toys in boxes of cereal? Madness. I want my little car. All right, good morning, ladies and gents. We're just on the drive to work. Not sure how many times I've said good morning. Hope the camera's all right there. It's not set up too well. We're just going over a bridge. So it's 8:30 in the morning. My drive is about 14 minutes. So nice, easy drive through the country. And I've done my fair share of driving in an hour to and through work over the years. So I earned myself a nice little break. So let's get to work. All right, so we're in, and I'm still half asleep, to be honest. So starting off the morning with a coffee and admin. So just at my laptop, sometimes I'll be on my phone, just going through emails from customers about mail order jobs, and talking to you guys in the YouTube comments. I like to do this in the morning before I head over to the machines and do all the heavy duty stuff. It's just nice to do it in one go. So do the emails and then wait for the shoes to come in. I start the day with a bit of aftershave as well. Got my Tom Ford Black Orchid today, I believe. Oh, just one squirt. It's very strong. All right, folks, so let's get to work. Let me show you some of the first things that we've just got to do today. So if I just spin you round, right round like a record, baby. So what we've got, first things first, just the first jobs that need doing lined up on the counter. Now, these are all small jobs. So we've just got a pair of ladies' stiletto soles and heels, and another pair of ladies' heels. So these are all small jobs. The mail order jobs and the bigger jobs are the projects that I usually feature on the channel. These smaller jobs I may do sort of 10 or 15 in a day. This is more of a day-to-day routine. Some more ladies' soles, some gents' soles. So what I'm going to do typically is do these all at the same time, because that's the most efficient way to do it. So let's crack on. These ones? Yeah. All right, so they've had a good stretch. All right, see ya. £18 it'll cost.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm very good when I can't bother to buy a new pair and
Okay.
still cheaper than buying a new pair of shoes.
Friday be alright?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Okay, rock and roll. So we've done everything we need to do on the machine. So we're just over here at our gluing station. Now, the reason we do bulk work, you know, all the machining at once and then all the gluing at once, the main reason is the gluing. You know, once the glue is drying on something, we can be working on something else. But also, you know, instead of going to the machine 5 times, pressing the power switch 5 times, getting materials out 5 times, if we just do it all at once, it's more time efficient, just makes the day, you get more done throughout the day. Now on this repair, let me just show you, can you see where that corner is worn down? Right, so rather than do a huge job and replace the heel block, we just take a cut off of leather. What we're going to do is glue and staple that on, sand it flat, and that builds up that worn down area. It's called a build up. So that is the cheap, efficient, cost-effective way to the customer way to repair a worn down heel. So the reason we do a build up like this is because the majority of my customers want a quick, cheap, quality repair, and this really is perfectly fine. Some people will say, why don't you replace the entire heel block? It's not cost effective at all. The customer doesn't want it, doesn't want to pay that much, costs me more, takes more time. This doesn't make sense. All right, so what we've got here is a little pile of finishing. So finishing is what we'll typically call the second portion of the shoe repair. The first half will be called benching, not to be confused with bench pressing. That's later in the gym. So what we've got is our materials all on, ready to be sanded around, finished on the machine. Now, once customers' jobs are done, assuming they're walk-in jobs, they will either go up on the rack here above the machine or on the done shelf. Or if there's no room on the done shelf, down here to the bagged up zone. All right, and once everything's done, we can add it all to the done shelf, ready to be put in bags. So obviously, if you didn't know, one of the many things we do is cut keys. So customers just come in with a key, so we're gonna cut a couple of keys. How many times can I say keys? So what we've got to do when we cut a key first is find the right blank. So all the blanks are here on the keyboard. There's thousands of keys. We've just got to pick the right one, which is these ones. So here we are at our cylinder key cutter. So what we do is just get our first original key in the front clamp, second one in the second clamp, and what the machine is going to do is just copy the pattern of the original key. Go, easy peasy, 2 new keys. Now then, next order of business, we've got our parcel to send back to a customer, mail order jobs. So, what we do is talk to the customer, get their address, sort it all out, and then take a wander up to the post office.
What are we doing now?
What's next, Dan? Okay, so, ready then, Jack? Let's rock and roll.
Woo!
Dude.
Say bye to George.
Bye, George. Bye. Okay, this is me walking down the street, is it?
Literally.
Alright, so we got a mini one and a big one. These two are both just going to the UK. Loads of stuff comes from overseas. We've done US, Germany.
Oh.
Watch yourself there. Australia. But these ones are simple ones. Right, here we go. Hello. Wait, we'll see John.
You don't want my photo.
Yeah, it'll make you famous.
Look, I don't want to be famous.
Everyone wants to be famous, John.
We've got 2, please.
2 first class, second.
First class, please.
First.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
No, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise. Okay.
Oh, I don't have doubt it.
Thank you, John.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
Just while hey, Jack, come and look at this. A lot of people ask, do shoes smell? Is it not horrible working with smelly shoes? And the answer is, to be honest, no, shoes don't smell. But what we do get every now and then is socks, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. Go away, socks. Let's try and forget about that and move forwards. All right, so we got all the small jobs out of the way earlier, but I do actually have a big mail order job. We've got these nice RM William boots, and we're doing full JR soles, dovetail heels, and Lulu French tips. Oh, there goes the phone. We're also changing the toggles to red toggles, so let me show you where I'm up to on the other one. Where's the phone? Good afternoon, Tring shoe repairs. So what we're doing is just heating our sole up and then get it on, and we're not going to do too much editing here. I'm just going to show you how we would normally do it day to day. Right, so here's where we want him. We'll just take our hammer, get all the edges flush. Okay, so once everything's in place, head over to the press, and this thing just really secures it in place. Okay. Come on. So it's all's on, but obviously to show you that we've got loads of excess, we've got to cut the excess off. So Jack, do you want to head round so we can show the good people our Ranger? Okay, so once we cut all that meat off, we head back over to the machine and trim it up, trim it all to shape. Okay, so what we've got here, kids, is the grooving tool. So that's going to cut a little channel in our leather, ready so we can stitch it. Right, so once it's all stitched on, I'm just going to hammer everything together, put some tacks in the heel, and I think we should get a coffee. What do you reckon, Jack? Should we go get a coffee?
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Oh, that's like it. Wait, there's no traffic, I suppose. Ready? We almost got squashed.
What coffee did you get then?
I got myself a toffee spiced latte. I'm feeling a bit fruity today. So I got you a present. Power bar.
My favourite.
Right, back to work. Oh, there's a bus. Hello. So what we're doing here is some engraving. It's one of the other things we do in the shop, engraving trophies, pet tags. So what we've got here is a Head Teacher's Award. We're just going to put some text on. Sure is. Head Teacher's 2 words, surely. You must engrave it how the customer wants it engraving.
Make sure you spell it right.
Shut up.
So what are you doing now?
We are lining the trophy up where we want it, so that it engraves in the right place. And we just bring the engraving diamond down to touch the item, and then it can go. Now a bit green to get going. Yeah, that's one. What was it exactly? It was the walking shoe starter. This one. Alright guys, so I'm just stealing a little minute to have a sit down and to tell you that I show you the shoes and the job's the fun stuff, but today it's about the shop and what I do, and there's a lot more to running the shop than just doing the shoes. We just missed the postman. Postman has delivered us a mail order job, which will be exciting to see. I will save that for the next video, but it's in a bacon streaks box. I used to love those crisps, but not as good as good old Monster Munch. Every single flavour of Monster Munch is fantastic, isn't it? So running the shop, what have we got to do? We need to get some stock out. Okay, so we're just over here at the shoe care shelving. This is all homemade, it's really cool. And so this is where we've got all the cleaner, polishes, everything you need to keep your shoes in mint condition. So what we've got is just some Saphir neutral polish, stocking up the shelves. You know, nothing amazing, just something we have to do. But it's all a bit dusty around here, so I've got my duster. Give it a dust. Everything's got to be spick and span. Hey, 2 polishes on a dusty shelf. One polish turns to the other and says, "Is it just me, or is this shelf a bit dusty?" And the other polish says, "Holy crap, a talking polish!" All right guys, rock and roll. And rock and roll. Who likes my new apron? I had to. Do you know, some of you guys ask about the merch. You can't see the merch. I know there's a huge bug to do with the merchandise providers, and I am in talks with YouTube about fixing it. So just be patient, give it a few days, hopefully not, but a couple of weeks, and you will see the merch appear. It does exist. We're just waiting to fix the technical issues. So what I want to talk to you about though is, obviously this is the Shoe Red channel. I come on. showcase shoe repairs. But of course we get loads of small jobs. There's a lot of old folks in Tring, and we got some tools, we got some garden shears to sharpen. You know, they just bring me their old favourite things they want fixing. Last week I was actually fixing a saucepan lid, which I should have filmed really. That would have been good content, wouldn't it? But for now, let's sharpen these. Okay, all right. So just this second had a car key job come in. So I'm going to show you how we did the car key. Specifically, what we need to do is program the chip. So we've got the customer's car out the back, and let's get to it. All right, so this is a simple car key job. We don't need an awful lot of equipment to do this. We're just using this little gadget, which is called an RW4 cloner. So we're just copying the immobilizer chip, the anti-theft chip, rather than making a central locking remote. So once we're at the customer's car, we are plugging this little gadget in. It's something called snooping, and we need to get these little flashing red lights. What we're doing is picking up the code from the car. You know, they used to call this procedure sniffing, which I thought was a bit weird because we're not sniffing the car. That'd be weird. And then back inside to finish up the key.
I'm hungry.
How are you now? Well, that's good because we're all done with the engraving. We're going to run out and get some lunch. Woohoo! I'm going to go get some sandwiches. I don't have a designated lunch break or a lunch hour, so I just grab some food as and when I can. 5 minutes today. We're going across the road to get some sandwiches. What should we go for? What do you fancy, Joe? I think roast chicken and bacon.
Looks good.
Or BLT. Viewers, leave in the comments, what do you think? BLT, roast chicken and bacon? Make your choice now.
Meringues?
Meringue nests.
I thought you were on a diet. How many thousand calories per meringue?
1.
Let me just check out here. There you go. Good to go.
What did you do?
It's just drilling your chicken. It's always going to be like,
Yeah. Oh man, you have to get rid of a stinky carpet bomb. Now, one of the last things we do at the end of the day is not something I'd normally show on the channel. It's not very interesting, but I figured I don't think this has ever been shown on YouTube, so I may as well be the first. And that is emptying the dust drawers on the shoe repair machines. So, of course, as you know, we've got extractor fans suck down all the sanded material that's taken off of the shoes as we're sanding them on the shoes, and the dust, the fumes in the air, it all gets sucked down into a bag in the back, which then goes down into a drawer at the bottom, and we have to empty it, or else it'll be a fire hazard and just get full. So let me show you what it looks like. So our dust drawer is just behind this panel. We'll just get that guy out the way. Hey, there we go. Right, pull him out. There we are. Here's all the dust. All right, so scoop it up and just put it in the bin. So, my friends, that is what a day's worth of old shoes looks like. Looks a lot nicer once we're done with them, doesn't it? Remember when everyone used to get really upset about nails being dropped on the floor? This is my invention. Ta-da! Okay, guys, we are done for the day, so I'm just bagging up some work. End of the day, 5:30. A lot of the time I'll stay here till sort of 6:37, just catching up with work or doing videos. But 5:30 today, so we're just gonna till off, see how much we've done for the day, do the paperwork, and then we are getting out of here. However, look, I'm not gonna let you leave, or us leave, without showing you the RM Williams that we finished. There we are. So they've had nice wood grain effect JR soles, dovetail heels, and the Lulu tips, but also we've done these cool custom red toggles. Sort of matches me, doesn't it? Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so as I mentioned a minute ago, we're going to the gym. We're finally doing some gym stuff on the channel. So meeting a couple of friends down there, going to see Mark, who owns the gym, you've seen on the channel before. So right now I'm just going to get ready, make myself a drink, and get out of here. Okay, cool guys, here we are at Physique Fitness down on the industrial estate. This is Mark's gym. Remember Mark guest guitar? Let's get inside. Who have we got? Hello!
Yo!
It's Danny.
Hi, buddy.
What's up guys? This is Danny, he's the resident PT down at the gym. He's man in the fort today. He was going to join us for a big session, but he's got clients.
Have to next time.
So it's all gone a little bit wrong actually. We're doing deadlifts today. We're going to do a big deadlift session with my pal Chris, who does strongman, and we were going to see how heavy we can go in an amusing way, because obviously everybody's a little bit weaker after COVID, but let's see what we can do. So what we're doing in a minute is warm up sets. We're just working up in weight until we can get something heavy, just a bit of fun, see what we can do. The plan, what I said with Chris last night, is I want to try and do 500 pounds, which might be wishful thinking, but let's see how we do. Alright, so while we're here, I did say I'll tell you guys a little bit about the gym stuff, didn't I, whilst we're here. So what I'm doing is deadlifts, which is mostly seen powerlifting. Powerlifting is all about moving as much weight as you can, compared to bodybuilding, where it's more about working the muscle, training the specific muscles and growing, which is more like Danny does, doesn't he? There he is. Danny's more of a bodybuilder, that's why he's bigger than me. Show you this guys, we've got these smelling salts, just a little something to wake us up. Not too bad. Right, this is the big one guys, we're trying 500 pounds, jumping straight to it. Bit slower than I'd hoped, but we got it. Okay, done with the gym. Bit sweaty. So now we're just heading to the petrol station. I got my 500 pound deadlift, so I'm quite happy with that. A little bit bittersweet though, as it was I then went for 240 kilos and failed miserably. But it has been 6 months, 6 straight months without deadlifting, so can't grumble too much. We've just got room to improve. For context, my all-time best deadlift in a competition was 260, so it's exciting to see if we can work back to that. The smell of petrol stations is fantastic, but there's one thing that smells better, and that's a shoe repair shop. Alright, we made it back to the village where I live, a little place called Wingrave, and just before we go home we are going to the local pub, the Rose and Crown, here to meet my good friend John. So we made it to the pub guys, got a nice fresh Guinness. If I just spin you around, this is my pal John. How long have we known each other, John?
A long time.
Too long. Too long. I'm getting some sweeties for the YouTube video. I've never seen this in America. Get me some chocolate eggs from the pub. No, you won't. You've had enough. Hello, Beefy. Young man. Okay, ladies and gents, so this is where the magic happens this time of the evening. Not every evening, but tonight I'm doing some editing. So the video that you're watching now has to be made. Now I do all my own editing. I know some people have editors to do the work for them. I do it all myself, and it takes a bit of time, but I really enjoy doing it. It's the reason I started this YouTube channel in the first place, was at the beginning of the first Corona pandemic. I'm a very creative person, and I wanted an outlet, so creating YouTube videos is how it all started. And you know, I've been very lucky that so many of you have enjoyed it and it's really taken off. But it is a lot of work. It takes a lot more time and energy than some people might think. For a typical half-hour video, I say I probably spend in total about 6 to 8 hours directly working on it, but in reality I'm thinking about it for the entire week and just doing little bits and bobs throughout the week. So it is a big process, but obviously I enjoy doing it, and I really appreciate that you guys enjoy watching it. So let's crack on with the next vid. So just retiring it into the living room, and seeing as we've got a bit of a gym vibe, I wanted to show you some of my trophies I've got over the years. So this little chap here, this is the first ever trophy that I won in a bodybuilding competition, which was about 7 years ago, I believe. And check out this chap. And that is it. That's the end of the day. That's the end of the day in the life of the cobbler. I'm in my favorite chair, put my feet up, and we are done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Obviously it was a little bit different. Some of you have asked to see this, so I thought, why not? I'll put it together. I quite enjoyed showing you. I know it wasn't very shoe heavy, but I've got something really nice planned for you next time, so stay tuned. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, hit like, it really helps me with the channel, tells YouTube what you enjoy watching, and helps other people see this stuff. If you happen to be new to the channel, you've landed on a bit of a different episode, but subscribe. I'm putting out new content all the time. So what I'd like to end on is two things, and the first being, I have said this before, but if you would like to see some more of this sort of stuff, would you like to see a dedicated vlog channel that I can set up just to do bits outside the shop about my life, the gym, little adventures, and I am quite a deep thinker, so just talking about general subjects. Let me know. I'm going to pin a comment to the top of this video. Give that comment a like if you'd like to see it, and that gives me a clue on how many people would be interested, whether it's worth my time, because of course I don't want to take too much energy away from this primary channel, the Shoe Repair channel, but if enough people are interested, it can be a little side hobby, shall we call it. Secondly, if you have a job that you're interested in us repairing, get in touch on the Tring Shoe Repair Facebook page and we can talk about your job. That is it. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. We're done, and I'll catch you next time.